sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1. With 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Right to the air is Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The numbers for Brown from a week ago. 5 catches, 83 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
They go play action with Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. It's Burrow. And Jones has it over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
I know any coach would take 2nd and 3 all day. You think you're in pretty good shape. Instead, after 2 runs, though, they're at 4th and 1. Didn't pick it up.
Back-to-back 1-yard gains. This defense, the challenge was accepted. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 4 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. And in a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's the option going right. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Robinson here. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
Again, it's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Burrow looking to pass. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. 11 yards for number 11.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. An inside give to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 27, Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Burrow on play action. Man open is Robinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. He'll get this to about the 38. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And a completion to Wilson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed it, trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Lawrence's throw caught by Olave. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Lawrence will throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Lawrence. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause. Here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down and 4. Now Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And that one makes it 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jimmy Garoppolo, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Tony Pollard, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. From the 25 on 2nd down, Lawrence. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He's got the first down and more. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. but you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll try the right side with Harris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Harris running straight ahead. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He'll find Jones again, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for, Nate, at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Second down, here's an option right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And they run with Harris off the option. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. These punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Burrow. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll run wide side with Jones. And he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
McPherson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Now a throw here to his running back. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Trevor Lawrence keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Panthers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
McPherson now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. After the pick 6, here's Burrow again. Incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Burrow's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And Burrow going to throw again over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And the Bucs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here's Burrow. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And they will take a knee here. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Panthers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.